نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. Every prophet came with the same message and two parts to the Kalimah, from Hazrat Adam alayhi salatu wassalam till the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. La ilaha illallah Adam Safiyullah, La ilaha illallah Nuh Najiyullah, La ilaha illallah Musa Kalimullah, La ilaha illallah Isa Ruhullah, La ilaha illallah Ibrahim Khalilullah, La ilaha illallah Ismail Dhabihullah, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Amazingly, there is a group who have more than two parts to their Kalimah. But the ones who came with the truth has only two parts to the Kalimah, and the message was to keep away from shirk. We hear the same message every day in Adhan, in Iqamah. In Fajr Sunnah, we are told to read قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الْكَافِرُونَ and قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. Also in the last two rak'ats of Witr, we are told to read قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الْكَافِرُونَ and قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ, which again talks about the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and rejecting kufr and shirk. In Hajj, we say labbaik Allahumma labbaik labbaik ala sharika laka labbaik innal hamda wan ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika lak. On Eid we say Allahu Akbar La ilaha illallah wallahu akbar walillahi alhamd. In Ayatul Kursi we say Allahu la ilaha illahu al-hayyul qayyum la ta'khudhuhu sinatun wa la nawm. In Salah we say Iyyaka na'budu wa Iyyaka nasta'in. When a child is born, we give adhan and iqamah, meaning again and again we are reminded to believe in only one Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who has no partner. We also need to understand what shirk means. It means we should love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the most. We should fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the most. We should hope in no one but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We should have trust in no one but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We should value Allah's law the most and adopt the ways of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who was born in Mecca, which is in the middle of the world, so that the nur, light of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam spreads evenly throughout the world. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was from Quraysh, which means steadfast, and so was the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Grandfather was Abdul Muttalib, who was the guardian of the Kaaba, and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the guardian of the world. Father was Abdullah, which means Allah's slave, and so was the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Mother was Amina, which means amanat, trust, and Allah's greatest amanat was born in her house. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam means praise, and praise comes at the end, and so did the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. No prophet will come till the day of Qiyamah. When you say the word Muhammad, your lips join. If you accept the words of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, your hearts will join. For revelation, Hazrat Musa alayhi salatu wassalam had to go to Mount Tur, But what a surprise! The revelation came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There is no language or dictionary or encyclopedia which can describe the beauty of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Someone wrote 40,000 poems praising the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but in the end he had to say, the words have finished, the ink has finished, and the paper has finished, but the praise is still left. The Sahaba radiyallahu anhum showed their love for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hazrat Bilal radiyallahu ta'ala anhu was dragged on burning sand. Hazrat Zunaira radiyallahu anha's eyes were poked out. Hazrat Sumayya radiyallahu anha was split in two. Hazrat Hamza radiyallahu anhu was mutilated. Some were thrown in boiling water. Hazrat Mus'ab bin Umair radiyallahu anhu didn't even have enough kafan shroud to cover his body. Hazrat Ja'far radiyallahu anhu's hands were cut off. Hazrat Zayd radiyallahu anhu was asked, what if we let you go and have the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in your place? Hazrat Zayd radiyallahu anhu replied, I would not even want a thorn to prick the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hazrat Khubayb radiyallahu anhu, before being hanged, he requested to perform 2 rak'ats nafil. He read them quickly and said, I wanted to prolong them, but I thought you might think I am trying to delay death. That's the reason why I made them short. Then he said, فَلَسْتُ أُبَالِي حِينَ أُقْتَلُ مُسْلِمًا عَلَى أَيِّ شِقٍّ كَانَ فِي اللَّهِ مَسْرَعِي. I don't care how I am being killed as long as I die as a Muslim. Hazrat Abdullah Dhul Bajadain radiyallahu anhu, when he accepted Islam, his family stripped him naked. His mother gave him a sheet to cover his privates. In that condition, he went to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He gave his life in Tabuk. When his grave was dug, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam went in and placed his body with his beloved hands. Allahu Akbar. How can we doubt the faith of Sahaba radiyallahu anhum ajma'in? My dear listeners, what sacrifice have we given for Islam? Our condition is such that we cannot even practice on simple sunnats. For example, topi, beard, parda, being punctual on salah. Although we use the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all the time, for example, in one blink, we use the eyes, the brain, the sun, the food. If just one blessing was taken away, it would become difficult to see. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us realize who we are, what we are, and our purpose of life. Ameen. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alamin.